Hi everybody, it's me Colton Johnson with MT Popcorn Bucket Productions. I apologize for the lack of videos the last few weeks. I've been very busy doing work and doing an online internship and so many other factors which make me very busy. But that being said, I have been watching movies. I'm still doing the whole Harry Potter thing and another thing that I will announce not in this video, but another video. Stay tuned, which will probably be up by the end of the weekend. All right. I went and saw One Battle After Another, directed by Paul Thomas Anderson, who has also directed Phantom Thread, Licorice Pizza, There Will Be Blood. He's a very particular director, and I've only seen There Will Be Blood, and I've seen this movie. But let's just say Warner Brothers Studios or Pictures, is it Pictures or Studios? I don't know. They have been knocking it out of the park with at least 80% of the movies that I've seen from them. Like Sinners, Companion, I believe was produced by them. F1. What else? I mean, Minecraft, but that was not that great. But One Battle After Another, and it stars Sean Penn, Leonardo DiCaprio, Bianco del Toro, I think that's his name. Forgive me if I'm wrong. But to kind of capture the chaos that this movie is, it's about this guy who used to be involved with, let's say, I wouldn't say a militia, but like a movement where the way they would share their voice was in very violent ways. Long story short, jumps years later, he has a daughter. The past catches up to him, and trouble ensues. Whatever. I'm very downplaying this movie. Go see it for yourself. I can't really describe it to you, but let me tell you what I thought. So I watched the trailer for this, and genuinely, I was like, I like Leonardo DiCaprio. I know some people don't, but I do. He's in some fantastic movies that I love, especially. I mean, he's in Catch Me If You Can, which is one of my favorite movies of Steven Spielberg. He's in Killers of the Flower Moon, Wolf of Wall Street, The Great Gatsby, Titanic, What's Eating Gilbert Grape. The man's a legend, okay? The Revenant. Did I forget that one? I like Leo, okay? Let's just say that. I enjoy his movies. And I think he's a phenomenal actor. As a person, there's some very interesting things about him, but I'm not going into that, okay? And then there is the other guy, Sean Penn. He's in Lord of the Rings. I'm sure he is in a lot of other movies, and I think it's funny. I think all the movies that I've seen him in, he dies, and I think that's kind of the joke with that actor. Sorry, spoilers. Didn't the cat out of the bag. Freak. Sorry. I'll maybe backtrack and say I have spoilers in the video. We'll see. If not, you're welcome. Anyways, he's the villain of the movie. Awesome job. Oscar-worthy performance. Very, very ridiculous, but like in a good way. The daughter's really good. I don't really know the actress of her. Overall, I loved this movie. It not only was just action-packed, but it was just a ride all the way through. And like, I didn't know what I was getting myself into, and I was pleasantly surprised. There were some moments that were kind of heavy hitting and a little bit slow burn, but not, when I say slow burn, a lot of people hear the word or term slow burn and they're just like, oh, it's boring. But I disagree. I don't think it's boring at all. It just runs its course a little slower in some moments, but that has a purpose behind it. Then there's moments that are jump, 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 quite literally, and they just keep going. There's some awesome moments with cinematography. How the score is played throughout the film is freaking incredible. And I think you get the point. I very much enjoyed this movie. And it's one of those movies that, like, in the moment I was experiencing it, and there was maybe about 5 or 6 other people in the movie theater. And there were some moments that were freaking hilarious. That's like laugh out loud funny. And when you see it, you'll probably know and you'll experience it on that end. But I thought it was very funny, but also very serious at moments as well. Do have to say there are some undertones that might throw people away or like kind of get people to not see this movie. Ignore that. And obviously, this movie's not for everybody. I promise you. There are probably people that might get easily offended on some of the elements included. And it's one of those things where, in the political climate that we live in, there are certain stigmas or topics that are brought up that are very hard to go about. But I feel like it pokes sides at both in a very appropriate manner. And it doesn't really like which one's better, you know? That's not the goal of the movie. It's entertainment. It's literally, and there's moments of this that I wouldn't say hits close to home, but like legit things that are going on and that are very serious matters that are discussed or shown throughout this movie, and they're very important. That being said, I loved this movie. I thought it was fantastic. I definitely need to go and check out Paul Thomas Anderson's other films because I love movies and I need to do that. Overall, I would give this movie a 5 out of 5. It was brilliant and definitely high up there, and I currently would put it at my top 3. So that's my thoughts. So here's kind of some announcements that I have for this channel. Yes, I'm still doing the Harry Potter stuff. I'll have that video out as soon as possible. I'll probably work on it this weekend. I finished Goblet of Fire last week, but this week's been so busy that I just haven't gotten the chance to actually put the video together. I have it written, but I just haven't recorded and did all the editing. It's a process, but stay tuned. That will probably be out, if not Sunday, then probably sometime in the middle of the week next week. Hopefully sooner. Maybe I'll have the motivation to do it. But yeah. And then there's other movies that are coming out soon that I am looking forward to. I am planning on doing like a Tron double feature video, which I've kind of put that one together a little bit. I just need to finish watching Tron Legacy ahead of watching Tron Ares, which comes out in a few weeks. I actually am also going to do a smaller video coming up as well. I'll show you when that comes out. So thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share this video. Greatly appreciate it. I'm sorry that I'm all over the place. That's just kind of who I am. Also, I want to rewatch Fantastic Four now that it's on digital, even though I don't own it. So maybe I'll find a way to watch it. As in, I'll trusty sources and probably rent it. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Yep, thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day. Like, subscribe, and share. Watch my other videos, and bye.